You're watching MONT TV. I'm Matt Montana, and this is another one of my instant response movie reviews. Here I go, here I go, here I go, yo! You join me at Cineworld here in Bracknell. And how the Dickens are you today, Matt? Well, I'm very good, thank you. And the reason being, I've been invited to a special Children in Need charity screening of the new Charles Dickens adaptation, The Personal History of David Copperfield. Charles Dickens first published this novel back in 1850. Now, 170 years on, the wonderful Armando Iannucci has unleashed the latest reincarnation of this classic novel in the format of film on the big screen. Now, if you look back at Iannucci's CV, you'll find that he's managed to create and bring to life two of my most favourite comedic characters of all time. One being Peter Capaldi's fabulous Malcolm Tucker in The Thick of It, and the other being the complete and utter triumph that is Steve Coogan's Knowing Me, Knowing You. Aha! How did I just get away with that? Yes, Mr. Alan Partridge. And with a list of players in this movie, which include the likes of Dev Patel, Tilda Swinton, Hugh Laurie, Peter Capaldi and Paul Whitehouse, we can only be on to a winner. Let's go check it out. Every time, Kenny. Every time you're here, man. Little bit of Goodfellas there for you. How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. You're just basically working out when I'm coming down to do the viewings now, aren't you?
Pretty much,
That's what I like to hear, that's what I like to hear. David Copperfield today.
Yeah, it's the Children in Need film today. All proceeds.
I like to do my little bit of charity, a little bit for charity, yeah.
Yeah, all proceeds go to it, so whenever we're doing one, feel free to come along. So you're going to be in Screen 1, seat H50. Alright?
Good man, nice one, Kenny. I'll see you later, mate. Take care. Bye. Yeah, I like to do my little bit for charity. I don't like to talk about it, I never mention it. But I do like to do a bit for charity, you know. I don't mention it though, never mention it. But I do work for charity, yeah. I don't mention it though. No, I never mention it. Okay, so I've just finished watching The Personal History of David Copperfield. Very enjoyable, very enjoyable. Now, I don't know what I was expecting because it is very Dickens. It's very Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens wrote it, first published in 1850, like I said earlier. I don't know what I was expecting, but because Armando Iannucci of Alan Partridge, The Thick of It, The Death of Stalin fame is involved with it. He's very much a comedic writer. I don't know what I was thinking, but it really is very Dickens-esque, and rightly so. The cast are fantastic, they really are. It's extremely funny. Obviously, there's some tragedy in it as well, like there always is in Dickens stories, but there really is a fantastic array of talent on display in this film. And genuinely, as again the characters all build and you get to know them, it becomes increasingly funny, and it is a funny movie. As with Dickens' characters, they're always strong characters, aren't they? They've always got wonderful names, and it really it really does stick to that tradition of a Charles Dickens novel. Interestingly, I think it could have worked really well. This exact version of the film, the exact script, the way it's presented, I think could work really well on the set of a play, on stage. Really, it would be set perfectly for that style of performance. Now, even though the actual story, the original story, is 170 years old, like I said in the beginning, story and topics are really current and really works, is really effective and helps the viewing pleasure of taking in the movie this evening. What I also love about it is the audience. I've got to say, there is a different kind of audience that comes to see a Dickens adaptation. The jokes are certainly upper middle class in places, and the audience does love a bit of upper class banter and a chortle here and there for us all to enjoy. And obviously that actually shows in the class matter, the class subject, the story of the class division in David Copperfield is so rife and it's so important, and it plays an important role in society today. The division, royalty, privilege, the growing difference between the rich and the poor. It's a good movie. If you're a Dickens fan, I would suggest you would possibly quite give it 5 stars. I am going to give it, and I recommend it. It was a good night's viewing. I'm really glad I've seen it. I'm going to give it a MONT TV official rating of 3 stars. Okay, gang, welcome to Drive Time, and I just wanted to give a couple of final thoughts about the David Copperfield movie that I saw tonight. I didn't mention the costumes and the set design. The costumes are absolutely wonderful, a true delight. The set. Now, I love my history. I've got quite a strange obsession about 1800 London, and this is obviously set in 1840, up to 1850, and it's a treat to be around London at those times, and it really does take you there. It captures those moments, not that I know firsthand, but I imagine that's how it was, you know. So as I'm driving home, again, because I saw it on the big screen, I thought it was really excellent. I really enjoyed this evening's movie. It was very good. So please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you know, spread the word of MONT TV, like my Facebook page, follow me on Instagram, and be in contact. Send me comments, let me know how you feel about the videos and about my reviews. So let's have a bit of dialogue, and I'll see you all very soon. Thanks very much. Cheers. Aha!